CTV News with Sarah Freemark.
When will this Prime Minister stop this reckless Liberal agenda and bring order back to our communities?
Barrie's state of emergency takes centre stage in Ottawa as MPs return to Parliament after a 3-month break. Thanks for joining us. There was no shortage of drama in the House of Commons today as members of Parliament returned to the chambers from summer break. And for local representatives, the focus was squarely on Barrie's state of emergency and the growing housing crisis. CTV's Mike Lang joins us live tonight with more on what was discussed. Mike, good evening.
Good evening, Sarah. Shots were fired by 2 local MPs at the Liberal Party today as the housing crisis in Barrie has made national headlines after Mayor Alex Nuttall declared a state of emergency last week.
Barrie Mayor Alex Nuttall was forced to take the extraordinary step of declaring a state of emergency.
It is yet another Liberal boondoggle that will cost Canadians a fortune and will solve nothing.
As the first question period of the new session got underway, Barrie Springwater Oro-Medonte MP Doug Shipley honed in on the encampment crisis plaguing the community, calling lawlessness the norm under the Liberal government.
In many cities, children can't play safely in parks, families can't walk down sidewalks, businesses are suffering, and residents are living in fear. Tent encampments and lawlessness are taking over public spaces.
At the same time, Parry Sound Muskoka MP Scott Aitchison questioning the $13 billion housing announcement by the Liberals on Sunday, citing increased bureaucracy, red tape, and taxes.
Why does the Prime Minister not understand that if we're going to get homes built, we have to cut the bureaucracy, not add $13 billion more?
In response to Shipley, the Public Safety Minister, while not directly answering, highlighted the Liberal plan to keep criminal activity off the streets.
We're partnering with police services across the country to fight organized crime. We'll make it tougher for violent criminals to get bail and impose stricter sentences to repeat violent offenders.
And in response to Aitchison, the Housing and Infrastructure Minister reiterating the Liberal confidence in their housing investments.
This government is making an unprecedented investment in building affordable housing in partnership with the private sector, in partnership with cities, provinces, territories, Indigenous nations. We are going to deliver with our partners like never before.
The challenges imposed by Shipley and Aitchison sparking immediate response and a sit-down. MP Shipley confirming that he's scheduled to meet with Minister Anand Desangri this week.
You can see exactly what's going on in Barrie, and that's a good indication. We can have some dialogue and tell him just how people are upset and they've had enough. And we need to get back to enforcing some rules and some laws and making especially our cities, livable again.
Requests for comment and an interview to both federal ministers have gone unanswered. And back in Barrie, the city says it continues to work on a plan with the county to provide help to those who are still remaining in encampments. Meanwhile, the county says that over the weekend, 3 more members of the community have been moved indoors and also accepted help. Reporting live, I'm Mike Lang. Sarah, I'll send it back to you.
Okay, thanks for that, Mike. Now let's remind people at home that we've launched a special page on our website where you can track every update about the state of emergency and encampments as they happen. ctvnews.ca/Barrie and click on that encampment investigation button. The first day of fall is a week away, and it seems summer isn't done with us just yet. After a cool start to September, temperatures right across the region are on the rise this week. Let's go ahead and bring in CTV's Luke Samard. He joins us live tonight with more on how local residents are feeling about the return of the warm weather. Luke, it was a beautiful day.
Yes, Sarah, and just because it is September, well, that doesn't mean that the summer-like conditions are finished for the season. As September carries on, those who can are out enjoying what is left of the summer season at Wasaga Beach.
We go anywhere where there's sun and beach, wherever we can find it. We're on our way to Collingwood now, and they have a pool there, and we'll be out in the pool there.
With others soaking up the sun before cooler weather settles in.
I'm just taking advantage of the good weather because probably maybe got another 2-3 more weeks like this, so, and this is what I love to do.
Meanwhile, the greens are in great shape at Innisbrook Golf Course as players take advantage.
That's incredible. That's why we're out here today, trying to take advantage of the good weather, get some few rounds in before the cold weather kicks in.
Your body's loose and warm, and you don't have to worry about the elements, so it's almost like mid-season form at the end of the season.
With the course benefiting from the summer-like conditions.
That's great. Whenever you get weather like this in September, it's a bonus. So, had a lot of rounds played, and it's been really busy.
While drought a challenge earlier in the year, the lack of rain and warm conditions now benefiting local farmers during harvest season.
Just great hot weather, so we can all get out, keep harvest going. Stuff like our corn maze is open 7 days a week, so people can get out there now and enjoy the corn maze and the other things that we have at the store because there's no rainy days.
With pumpkins ready to go just in time for October.
They're done growing for this year. They've got color on them now. So now just with the great forecast, we can get all those things up to the front lawn and get them sold.
Now, the dry, warm conditions will allow farmers like Fernwood to have a smooth harvest season, and that includes squash, pumpkins, and fall raspberries. Reporting live in Barrie, I'm Luke Samart. Sarah, we'll send it back inside to you.
Thanks for that, Luke. Now, today's warm weather is just the latest in what's been a dry stretch here in Simcoe County. Though we've seen some relief recently, Environment Canada says August brought less than 40% of normal rainfall, making the region one of the hardest hit drought zones in Ontario. With that, farmers say lower yields and crop losses are evident, while fire bans were issued as conditions reached extreme levels. Now, with all that being said, let's get right into the forecast. For that, we go along the shoreline. Hey, Case, looks great out there.
Well, Sarah, I'm just down here at Centennial Beach taking in the beautiful view with some of my friends. There they all go. Enjoy the warm weather. They're going right out to the water where I'd like to go. Oh, you too. Let's take a look, right? Our first look at the forecast. Yeah. See if I have any residual effects of that chase. Take a look. First look at the forecast brought to you by thegraveldrivewayguy.com, your local gravel driveway expert. No watches and warnings to speak of. Just perfect weather. Yeah, 23 degrees. Perfect, I should say. If you like sunshine, warm temperatures, summer-like temperatures, it is still late summer. Winds are light out of the east, 9 kilometers an hour. Let's have a look, if you will. This is a look at the temperature outside your door as we speak. And 24 degrees. Oh, 24 in Parry Sound, 25 in Alliston, 23 in Newmarket, 21 in Aurelia. I think my friends are coming back. 21 in Owen Sound and 24 degrees in Mount Forest. A quick look, if you will. This is a look. Yeah, radar satellite images. Not really much to look at, really. Yeah, and that's okay. A beautiful night to go out and do a little stargazing. Certainly take a sweater with you. And Sarah, as mentioned, a week today, autumn arrives, 2/19, but oh, what a week in store for us. Someone out there on a stand-up paddleboard. There's more of that. I'll let you know about potential record-setting temperatures. Say what? Oh, yeah. All that coming up in a few minutes' time. Sarah.
All right, check the bottom of those shoes. We'll see you in a few minutes, Case. And now to a Barrie courtroom where trial began for a man accused of masterminding an art fraud ring involving forged works of renowned Indigenous artist Norval Morrisseau. CTV's Mike Arcelides has the story of the last of 3 men charged with selling fake paintings for hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Jeff Cowan is accused of 6 fraud counts. For selling artworks, police say he fraudulently passed off as legitimate works of Norval Morrisseau. Arrested 2 years ago, Cowan was described by investigators as the mastermind of an art fraud ring involving hundreds of mimicked Morrisseau pieces sold around the world, some for as much as hundreds of thousands of dollars apiece. In the Crown's opening address to the jury, Crown attorney Carolyn Hackett said, "This is a trial about allegations of dishonesty about the integrity of the art, and dishonesty about the chain of ownership." The Crown said for about 15 years, starting in 2008, Cowan uttered forged documents and committed fraud by selling certain pieces of art he claimed were painted by Norval Morrisseau. The Crown told the jury witnesses will testify about buying purported Morrisseau works directly from Cowan or from others who said they had purchased them from Cowan. For decades, Morrisseau's estate has publicly battled forgeries of his works that flooded the art world following his death in 2007. Morrisseau has been described as the Picasso of the North and widely considered the grandfather of contemporary Indigenous artwork in Canada. Cowan's 2 co-accused in the case, 78-year-old David Paul Bremner and 84-year-old Jim White, pleaded guilty to fraud charges for their involvement in the scheme. Bremner admitted to creating certificates of authenticity for the works he suspected were fakes, and White to marketing and selling purported Morrisseau pieces he said came from Cowan. An expert witness of Morrisseau art, Dr. Carmen Robertson, was the Crown's first witness, telling the court about Morrisseau's significance to Indigenous art in Canada and outlined his biography and style. Morrisseau did what no other artist in his lifetime had done, including storytelling and painting his life story and tradition, she said. Cowan is representing himself in court without a lawyer. The 3-month trial is scheduled to continue tomorrow. Mike Arsledy, CTV News, Barrie.
Provincial police in Penetanguishene are seeing results from their new ATV unit. A patrol over the weekend ended with several tickets, and they were issued in a seized case of beer, along with numerous other cans of alcohol. Officers spotted 3 people with open alcohol in Rotary Park and issued fines on the spot. Police say the ATVs are helping them patrol hard-to-reach trails and park areas. Crews in Romero Township battled a large fire that broke out in a rural field. That was on Saturday. The fire involved a massive stack of hay bales, nearly 20 feet high and 100 feet long, which spread to surrounding grass. No people or animals were hurt, but crews faced water supply challenges and worked through the night until 6 on Sunday morning. The cause of that fire is still under investigation. Emergency crews were called to Highway 10 in Orangeville early Sunday morning, where a 75-year-old man from Amaranth Township was pronounced dead at the scene. Another person suffered minor injuries. The deadly 2-vehicle collision is also under investigation. A close call here in Barrie after a car crashed into the front of a local pharmacy. Crews are currently working to repair the Dunlop IDA pharmacy near Ann Street after a vehicle from the Plaza parking lot rammed into the store on Sunday morning. Police say no one was injured and damage to that building was minor. It's been a big day in the nation's capital. MPs are back in Ottawa as Parliament resumed, and for the first time, Prime Minister Mark Carney and Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre faced off in the House of Commons. CTV's Mike Ligator brings us a recap.
The Liberals will need help from any opposition party if they want to make progress on things like bail reform and immigration changes. And let's not forget, they still have to pass a budget.
So I'm looking forward to a collaborative session.
The Prime Minister was preaching collaboration, while many were anticipating today's confrontation.
Mr. Speaker, why is it that all of this Prime Minister's promises of yesterday turn into today's disappointments?
Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre attacked the Prime Minister's record. Mark Carney responded with a dig about Poilievre's absence from the House as he campaigned in a by-election.
He missed the largest tax cut for 22 million Canadians. He missed the cut on the GST for new homes. He missed eliminating all federal barriers to trade.
Despite all the jabs, all are calling for cross-partisan collaboration on issues like housing, bail and immigration reform, and the ongoing affordability crisis.
We're going to oppose the government where it makes sense. We are going to support things that make sense, and we are going to expose what they're not telling us.
We are a minority government, yes, but we believe that we have a mandate to proceed with major things.
It's why Liberal House Leader Steve McKinnon said his party is willing to negotiate on details, not principles.
There will be no negotiation, but we want to collaborate. What does that mean? Obey? Become Liberals? Might not happen.
It's by force of will that I ignore the fact that Mr. Carney seems to have one speed, which is fast, and one vehicle, which is a bulldozer.
Any collaboration will be tested soon, as the Liberals will need help to pass a budget this fall, one that the government says is projected to have a substantial deficit. Mike Lecouteur, CTV News, Ottawa.
Meanwhile, Ontario Liberal leader Bonnie Crombie says she will resign after receiving a weak show of support from the party.
We still believe that a leadership race at this moment would do more harm than good for our party.
Bonnie Crombie received just 57% support from party members at the Ontario Liberals General Assembly. After initially saying she would stay on, Crombie later announced she'll step down once a new leader is chosen. Crombie took over as leader in 2023, helping the party regain official status, but then failed to win a seat in Mississauga. The party will now prepare for its third leadership race since 2020. And the Aurelia Opera House hosted a special event today as part of Mentorship Month, celebrated right across Simcoe County and Muskoka.
We thank you for all the work you've done.
Putting our flag up downtown so that folks can see that we are present in our community and we're here. We're always looking for volunteers, so it's a good way just to be out in the community and letting people know that we're still here.
A flag was raised inviting residents from Barrie to Innisfil to light up in teal and rally behind the life-changing impact of Big Brothers Big Sisters. Currently, nearly 100 local youth are still waiting for a mentor, and this aims to raise awareness, inspire volunteers, and support programs that connect young people with positive role models.
We have several campaigns going on this month. One of them includes Turn the Town Teal, which we're doing across Simcoe County with our neighboring agencies as well in Barrie and North Simcoe. We are partnering with local businesses to share on their social media or share within their business. Maybe they have change boxes or let us put up flyers, just so that we're turning the towns teal with Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Residents are encouraged to volunteer, donate, or show support by visiting participating businesses and attending flag-raising ceremonies throughout the month. Still to come, Canadian Country Music Hall of Famer and Pure Country 106 morning show host Jason McCoy joins us on the desk to talk about a huge win at the CCMAs. Plus, a local hero marks a major milestone, how this 103-year-old veteran celebrated his big birthday, and how he's still making a difference in his community. Plus, local communities stepped up for this year's Terry Fox Run. We've got stories and more from your weekend roundup coming up. You're watching CTV News Barrie. Thanks for staying with us. Local veteran Bill Snow celebrated another triple-digit birthday this weekend, surrounded by family and friends as he turned 103 years old.
Happy birthday, dear Billy. Happy birthday to you.
I'm not tired of living yet. I still got another year or two maybe. And if I have, I'll try to live it.
Perfect.
Excellent.
He's a Barrie treasure. Yeah. It's important to honor and remember our veterans, especially now. The average age of the World War II veteran is 100 years old. He's 103. Wow, how many more years do we have with him? You know, he's done so much for his country, and I want people to remember what our soldiers have done for us.
I think he has a very strong personality and he sticks to his guns, and I think he's had a healthy lifestyle, really, at least since I've been in the picture. I'm sure when he was overseas during the war, he wasn't eating well and having a healthy lifestyle. But since he and my mom have been together, they led a healthy, hardworking lifestyle, and I think that's what did it.
My secret is just to mind my own business and do what I want. Do what I wanted to do. After I got out of the Army, I became a construction worker. I owned my own company for years, and I worked with people. When I got the right job, I did it, and that was it.
Snow served in the Canadian Artillery during the Second World War. Even at 103, he remains active in the community alongside his fellow local veterans. On Sunday, Terry Fox's legacy was honored as more than 600 communities across the country took part in the annual Terry Fox Run, including several right here in our region.
Let's live up to Terry's commitment and finish it.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
There's not a better example of a Canadian than Terry Fox. He had integrity and determination and grit and honesty. I mean, he was just a regular guy. He kept telling us, I'm just a regular guy. Anybody can do this. And he asked us to continue in his name until we finish it, and so we are.
I'm currently battling breast cancer, going halfway through my chemo treatments, and then I go into radiation.
I'm running for my best friend Marilyn, who has just been diagnosed with aggressive bladder cancer, and our family are here to support her and everybody else with any form of cancer.
It's been running as long as I can think of, but I'm running because it's a great cause. He was a Canadian hero, and I want to give back. I'm lucky. I'm 7 years out cancer-free, but there are a lot of other people who could still use some great research, and we've done a lot in terms of the developments we've done in terms of cancer treatment, but we have a long way to go.
In Barrie, upwards of 700 participants gathered, raising over $83,000 for cancer research. Orillia was also among the many communities locally that joined the nationwide efforts to carry on Terry Fox's mission. A century-old tradition continued in Oro-Medonte as residents came together for the 171st Oral World's Fair.
Our main goal is agricultural entertainment. We want to teach people about farming, we want to teach them about rural lifestyle, but we also want to have fun.
It's called eating spaghetti.
So it's a mixture of excitement and fun events, like, for example, our horse shows. It has been phenomenal. We've had record crowd, they've been busy all day, and it's just nice to bring that country element back to the fair.
It's entirely the community. Almost everyone in agriculture is into the equine community. Everyone in equine is in agriculture. It mingles so well. Since we have so many kids at this kind of tier of competition, you know, the fair's where the kids want to be and it's what they want to do. So why not give them something to do while they're here?
The other thing that people love, and our big event on Saturday afternoon, is the Demolition Derby.
The long-running event featured livestock shows, local vendors, and family entertainment. And, of course, the Derby right there. Generations of families took part, highlighting the strong community spirit that's kept the fair going now for more than 170 years. Downtown Bracebridge is looking a little brighter today after a new mural was unveiled. It's called We All Come From Water. This large-scale artwork by Canadian artist Jackie Comrie is celebrating the town's natural beauty and strong connection to water. The new colorful landmark for the community to enjoy is located at 19 Taylor Road. Mexican Independence Day was celebrated with a festive outdoor event filled with food, music, and local talent.
Everywhere around the world, where it's a Mexican, we celebrate. But it's not just a simple celebration. We celebrate the heroes to give us the independence. We celebrate the union of the Mexican people, our culture, our food, our music.
The Latin community is growing so much that we want to bring everybody. And because we are in Canada, you know, we want to include everybody. We want to share our tradition with everybody. So we invited everyone to share.
The market-style gathering brought the community together at Meridian Place to honor Mexican culture and history through traditional festivities. And over in Anton Mills, the community came together to mark a major milestone, celebrating its 150th anniversary. The day brought out locals and visitors for a time filled with community spirit, history, and hometown pride. The event also included the official grand opening of the reopening of the Anton Mills Community Center, giving residents a fresh space to gather for years to come. And the Stonebridge Wasaga Beach Blues Festival returned this past weekend, bringing thousands of music lovers to the shoreline. This year's event featured something new, a Friday night lineup dedicated entirely to rock, setting the tone for a high-energy weekend. Over 3 days, the festival delivered a mix of funk, soul, R&B, and classic blues, showcasing talent from across the region and beyond.
We ride the elevator up to the sky, and then we ride the elevator down.
It's a very relaxed atmosphere, and that has always been one of the things that this festival is known for, along with our signature thing, which is the fact that we put two stages side by side, and when one is setting up, the other one is playing, which allows us to have somewhat continuous music and get through 20 bands in a weekend.
Organizers say the event not only highlights Canadian artists, but also gives a boost to local businesses heading into the fall season. Now to the country music scene, where a familiar face took home a top honor at the Canadian Country Music Awards in Kelowna, BC. Here he is now joining us in the CTV Barrie studio, Canadian country star, love using that word, radio host for Pure Country and frontman for the Roadhammers, Jason McCoy. It's great to have you.
It is good to be here. Thank you very much.
We're both working through a cold. Clearly.
We are a little bit of a cold here. That's okay.
How are you feeling? You were given Personality of the Year. What's something like that feel like?
You know, it's a huge honor to be recognized by your country community. Maybe not The Voice, but and I got to say, this is really a win for both my co-host Carrie Moran and I, because this is what we love to do. We love to share our story, share the country community, be in this community. So this is a win for Pure Country 106.
Well, I noticed that we're looking at your acceptance speech here. There were so many different people, Jason, that you were congratulating, that you were showing appreciation to. How important do you think that is for people to not only work closely with great people, but also to recognize them as well?
Well, it's a small community. I mean, and we have a fantastic team in what we do, and that's what it takes. And being part of the community, this is a great thing, because I get to be on the best side of all sides of the microphone. I get to sing, get to play the songs of the artists that I love. So you want to thank that whole community for building what we have, this country music system of all these great artists. But Carrie and I love to hear from the listeners. We love to be sharing our story, and we love to get the story from the listeners. So make sure you call us. We love that.
Yeah, well, we love that. We love listening to you interact with your listeners. Now, the awards, they've just been coming. So, of course, this is Personality of the Year, CCMAs. But you and Carrie won a Broadcast Dialogue Award for Best On-Air Team last fall. Was that a long time coming? Because how long have the two of you been working together now?
Well, I've been with Pure Country for about 7 years now, and so I've kind of got a foot on both sides of the fence here. Still tour quite a bit, and they've been very kind and allowing me time off to do that. But my real home is with Pure Country 106 and joining Carrie each morning. It's so much fun, and to be recognized in any capacity is a big thing. But to be recognized by the CCMA, that's huge.
Well, I've had the opportunity to work with you and Carrie New Year's Eve, and then I think people are still coming down from the Troubadour Festival.
We just saw you at the Brett Kissel show. It was fantastic.
Yeah, so we certainly appreciate how much time you spend with the community. But as you mentioned, you are still touring. So you're off to Calgary, and then you and the Roadhammers are going to Australia.
Yes.
This many years into your career, how do you continue the passion? How do you keep going and still bring the energy that you do to the stage? Because you do.
Caffeine and Advil. That's usually the pairing. But we're passionate about the music just as much as our listeners are, and we love what we do for a living. I mean, it's just interacting with people. We're people, and it's good to be in this community.
Awesome. Where are we going to be displaying the award?
I don't know. But wherever we put it, it'll be displayed with pride, and probably somewhere, living room or somewhere in common area that we get to be reminded that we're lucky to be able to do what we do.
Well, I feel exactly the same way, and it's been a pleasure to work with you, and congratulations once again.
Thank you so much.
We've been speaking with Canadian country artist Jason McCoy. You can head to the website if you'd like to revisit this conversation. It's ctvnews.ca/Barrie. On the other side of the break, how a partnership between a local business and a 150-year-old charity aims to help animals in need. But first, let's check in with Casey, who's getting up to no good on the waterfront.
Oh, Sarah, I'm busy apologizing. Hey, guys, girls, I'm sorry I chased your friends away. You can invite them back here to the beach.
But I won't apologize for the nice warm weather. And our weather watcher artiste, have a look.
Yeah, Ashlyn says, did you know that soon the squirrels will be gathering nuts for the winter? Yes, well done. You're watching CTV News Barrie.
Picture this, brought to you by Bounce 1041 and Pure Country 106.
This is going to be a fun one. We are celebrating action this week on CTV Barrie. Bike rides, leaves falling, playing outside. Love that aerial shot of the planes. Send those best shots to picture this at ctv.ca all week long. Let's head back out to Centennial Beach. That's where we find KC interacting heavily with the wildlife that lines the shore. Did you check your shoes? Are you in the all clear?
I wasn't worried about the shoes, Sarah. I was worried about overhead. I was worried about the bombs coming down overhead. No, we're at one with the Seagulls now. Visitors from North York just come over and said hello. They love coming to Barrie. Who doesn't? What a beautiful beach. What a beautiful summer we've had. And it's not done yet, ladies and gentlemen. Let's dive into it. A bit of a sun run, you say? I would say so. I have my sun hat with me, and you hope you've got yours too. Certainly in Parry Sound, 23 degrees as we speak after 6 o'clock. Beautiful mid-September. 24, looks like 24 degrees in Alliston, 23 in Newmarket, 23 in Toronto. Our friends from North Toronto just said hello to us. 20 degrees, looks like the cool spot, 20 degrees in Algonquin Park where the wild things are. And this is a look at the almanac, and here we're diving into the almanac right now, and we're taking a look at 24.9. That's the high, that's the low. A record 29.5 degrees back in 1931. We're going back and make that 1991. Case, where's your glasses? 1991 minus 1.7 in 1956. I think this is 1956. Kind of cool, right? Yeah. And it looks like sunrise, sunset. We'll have about 12 hours and 27 minutes of daylight. Roll that forecast radar for me, if you could, please, Adam. And as we roll the forecast, oh, what an evening. Get out and go for a walk, ladies and gentlemen. Take the dog. If you don't have a dog, take your neighbor's dog. Ask your neighbor first, of course. Take your cat. Take anything at all, but get out and enjoy these last few evenings of relatively mild temperatures, summer-like temperatures. And with that, let's go to the southern tip of Georgian Bay, Lake Simcoe. Overnight temperatures coming in quite nicely. Yes, some are in single digits, 8, 9 degrees, 10 in Owen Sound, a few clouds in Owen Sound. Everywhere else is clear, but yeah, the low-lying fog is coming in, ladies and gentlemen. Here it comes, and it burns off tomorrow. And temperature-wise, 24, 25 degrees, sunshine, lovely, lovely, lovely. Orangeville, Bradford, Georgina, Newmarket, Richmond Hill, 7, 8, 9 degrees, a few clouds this evening. Yes, there is some low-lying fog that we're expecting. Well, there's people down here right now with their dogs, taking their dogs out for a walk. 24, 25 degrees, sunny skies for tomorrow. Shall we go to Parry Sound, Huntsville, Bracebridge, Gravenhurst, and beautiful Haliburton? 4 degrees this evening in Haliburton. Clear skies. It looks like Gravenhurst as well. Bracebridge 7, Huntsville 6, and 8 degrees in Parry Sound, where we're looking at just a few clouds, and that low-lying fog is sticking around. 24 and 25 degrees tomorrow. Sunny, 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 sunny. I think I got everybody in there. That's tonight and tomorrow. Now, time for the Diamond and Diamond Lawyers 5-day extended forecast, and it looks like this. Starting in Simcoe County, well, the sunshine sun run continues. Wednesday, 25 degrees again on Thursday, sunny skies. Dipping down to 20, sun and cloud, fair skies on Friday. And Saturday, down to 19, sun and cloud mix. How about York Region? Potential record setting? I'll tell you now. Wednesday, sunny skies, 26 degrees. 27 on Thursday is what we're anticipating. We should feel like 30 with the humidex. That would break a record, incidentally, 26.1 back in 1965 in Newmarket. And Friday, Saturday, well, fair skies, 20 and 18 degrees. Muskoka, Parry Sound, Haliburton, have a look, and the sun run continues, the northern section of our beautiful area. Wednesday, sunny skies, 25 again on Thursday. Plenty of sunshine. There's a few clouds being introduced on Friday. Things cool down to 17 and 3 overnight. That just jumped out at me. And Saturday, sun and cloud mix, 18 and 6. It is a run. It is a mid to late September run of summer. And there's no better place to be, as our friends from North York just told us, than right here in Barrie, just drinking in the last gasp of summer. Sarah.
Always nice to remind ourselves how lucky we are to have that beautiful shoreline in the view. Now, if you had the chance to look up into the sky last night, you may have caught a glimpse of the northern lights. Our region was lit up by a stunning display of vibrant shades of pink, purple and green, glowing across what is typically a dark sky. These photos were actually sent in by a local photographer. The Rail Celestial show created a memorable night for stargazers and, of course, those snapping photos. Well, get ready, pet lovers. The first ever Movers for Mutts campaign is here, and it's all about helping the Ontario SPCA Barrie Animal Centre gear up for the colder months ahead. Running until October 25th, the initiative aims to collect hundreds of essential items from dog and cat food to toys and blankets, all which will be used to support animals in care.
Part of our core values is giving back to the community, so this is really aligns with that. We're all pet owners at our office, so to all of us, when talking about this initiative, it only made sense that we line up with the SPCA to be able to provide for them.
As a charity, we don't receive any funding from the government whatsoever, so community partners like Two Men in a Truck are huge to us. We rely on community donations to help give back to the animals that we care for in our community.
If you want to get involved, donations can be dropped off till October 25th at local spots, including the Hound Lounge, Red Barn Event Center, or the Two Men and a Truck office in Barrie. Still to come, another beer store location. We're learning it's closing its doors this fall. We'll tell you which one. It's local, so what is that going to mean for those of us that shop? Plus, we'll recap tonight's top stories. Please do stay with us.
Join CTV News, Pure Country 106 and Bounce 1041 September 17th at National Pines Golf Club for the Mays Martin Limited Charity Golf Tournament in support of RVH Auxiliary. Your swing will help bring a third MRI to our region and strengthen vital hospital services. Registration at 11:30, shotgun start at 1 p.m. with lunch, buffet dinner, prizes, and a silent auction. Just $1,000 per team of 4. Go to ctvnews.ca/Barrie to register. Let's hit the green.
Recapping our top stories, the push to end encampments in Barrie is gaining political momentum. Mayor Alex Nuttall declared a state of emergency on Tuesday, followed by trespass notices on Thursday. Today in Parliament, local MP Doug Shipley voiced his support and raised concerns during question period. The trial began today for a man accused of masterminding an art fraud ring involving fake works by renowned Indigenous artist Norval Morrisseau. Jeff Cohen faces 6 counts of fraud, accused of selling forged art that police say was falsely marketed as original Morrisseau pieces. And the first day of fall is a week away, but it seems summer not done with us just yet. After a cool start to September, temperatures across the region are on the rise this week. Local golf courses are pleased with the sunshine, saying it boosts business. However, some farms say it's been a struggle with no rain in the forecast. Taking a look at the markets, excuse me, Canada's main stock index was up in late morning trading, boosted by gains in the base metal and energy sectors. And markets south of the border were also seeing gains. Let's take a look at those numbers now that we've reached the end of the day, starting with the TSX. Up 147 points. The Dow was up 49 and the Nasdaq was up 207. And commodities oil was up 61 cents to close at $63.30 a barrel. Gold was up $32.60 to finish at $37.19 an ounce. And our dollar was up, ending the day at 72.44 cents US. Starting today, Canada Post workers are no longer delivering commercial flyers. The move comes after the Postal Workers Union ended its overtime ban. The union says Canada Post won't return to talks unless it makes changes to the latest offer and some big ones. In August, workers rejected Canada Post's final offer and sent back a new proposal, which the company called a step backward. Now let's talk about the beer store location here in Barrie that will be closing its doors in November. It's the one on Blake Street. It's among several stores across Ontario slated to shut down by the end of the day on November 16th. The company says the decision comes as beer sales and returns continue to shift under Ontario's expanding retail marketplace. Officials at the beer store say they're committed to supporting affected employees and following through on existing agreements. And we're also learning that Canadian Tire and Tim Hortons are teaming up to launch a new loyalty partnership next year. Customers will be able to link their Triangle and Tim's Rewards accounts to earn Canadian Tire money on Tim Hortons purchases. The partnership will also offer exclusive deals and bonus rewards for Triangle MasterCard users. And how about this? Staff at a local bar in Southern Ontario, they were left starstruck when an unexpected visitor showed up. It was the Chicago Pub and Billiards. It's in Cambridge. They had no idea Justin Bieber would be stopping by. They were happy to host him for a night out. They say he played pool with a friend, sang karaoke, and took photos with fans. After Bieber posted a photo of himself at one of the billiards tables, the pub says customers started pouring in, hoping to catch a glimpse of the star. And somewhat of a private show as well if he was singing karaoke. Still to come, swapping skates for golf clubs. We'll bring you the highlights from the links today, where lads from the Leafs teed up for charity. You're watching CTV Barrie. Time now to take a look at your Monday night primetime lineup. The Rookie is at 8 and 9 p.m., followed by Criminal Minds at 10 and CTV News Barrie at 11 p.m. Welcome back. The fight to defend their IBL championship title, it's over. The Barrie Baycats were defeated by the Welland Jackfish last night.
The 1-0 on the way. Adamad swings at it. High pop-up on the infield. Mullen giving chase into foul territory. What a catch to end it!
The Jackfish successfully claimed their revenge, clinching the IBL championship with a 15-5 win over the Baycats. More than 3,000 fans were in attendance to see the team hoist the Domenico Cup. And the Blue Jays are in Florida tonight after sweeping the Baltimore Orioles at home.
This is well hit, slicing down the left field line, and it drops in fair. Springer in to score. Lucas right behind him. Guerrero on his way to the plate, and it's a 3-run double for Addison Barger.
The Jays scored 6 runs in the 7th inning of yesterday's game, including a 3-run double by Addison Barger. They went on to defeat Baltimore 11-2 to sweep the series. The Jays begin a 4-game series against the Rays in Tampa Bay tonight. A Canadian has defended her title in the women's hammer throw at the World Athletic Championships. Cameron Rogers won her 2nd straight gold in dominant fashion today, breaking her own Canadian record with a throw of 80.51 meters. The 26-year-old from Richmond, BC, now has 2 World Championship gold medals to go with her Olympic title from the 2024 Paris Games. And members of the Maple Leafs are gearing up for the upcoming NHL season, but before they hit the ice, they hit the links today for a charity golf tournament. CTV's Jessica Smith brings us highlights from the day.
Trading hockey sticks for golf clubs, Toronto Maple Leafs players past and present hit the links in Milton today at the Rattlesnake Point Golf Club for a great cause.
I know this team's been helping the community for years, and events like this, it's really fun to be part of.
The annual Leafs and Legends Golf Charity Classic brings together over 250 people, including current Leafs, alumni, and supporters, to drive, putt, and play to raise funds for the MLSE Foundation.
I think it's huge. I think it's a great charity in that all kids need sports, and it's the hardest and probably most expensive things for all kids and parents to do is to get them in the extracurricular activities.
It's a great foundation, and just bringing everyone together to support it is great to be a part of.
The goal with the annual fundraiser is to continue to create opportunities and access to the game for youth in the community and help them reach their goals on and off the ice.
We've been leaning a lot into diversity with our hockey coaches education program, and essentially it's a program that removes barriers for BIPOC youth. So we provide them access to do their coaching education, and then we actually help them find employment after.
A day full of fun hitting the green to help reach their fundraising goals. Proceeds from the tournament will go to continue supporting the MLSE Foundation's efforts to removing systemic barriers from the game of hockey. Jessica Smith, CTV News.
Well, Casey Colby, I made it out onto the links in Wasaga Beach at Marlin Golf on Sunday. My form wasn't quite as good as the Maple Leafs, but it was a gorgeous day. How's tomorrow going to look?
rumor has it was far better than any of the senators, so no surprise there. Oh, what a get-up-and-go forecast. Let's talk about Sundown. Yeah, a beautiful Gordon Lightfoot song. Cameraman Chris Carey just singing it to me right now. Looks like the get up and go, 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, 11 degrees, sunshine across the board. Gravenhurst 10 and 10 degrees as well. Gravenhurst and Newmarket both sitting at 10 and plenty of sunshine. Have yourself a great week. Sarah.
Thanks so much, Casey Colby. That is our newscast on this Monday night. I'm Sarah Fremark, heading straight home to get some rest. I'll be back with you tomorrow at 6, and Jack will be in the anchor chair tonight at 11. Take care.